Surrounding me, I have my UFC belt. That's the first one I ever won in 2012. Then I have the one championship, world champion. Then I have the world champion, one world champion Grand Prix. So I got 3 belts, and I got an SB, and I got my YouTube plaque. So this is kind of like my office, my studio, where I kind of show my accomplishments in my career.
Well, I got to tell you what, Paul, this is, I mean, we've had Hall of Famers on this show. You know, we've had Warren Moon, Walter Jones. I mean, we've had Jed Fish. Nobody has an office like this, Paul.
Listen, you're going to be busy today and tomorrow at the Washington State SummerCom. We'll get into that in just a few. But first, congrats to you, Demetrious. You were recently selected for the UFC Hall of Fame class of 2026. That has to mean an immense amount of pride to you.
Absolutely. You know, I'm truly grateful and honored to be recognized by my peers and the fans, and even the UFC, for my accomplishments inside of mixed martial arts. You know, I was competing since I was 18 all the way to 37. I walked away from the sport, and I didn't think I was going to get inducted in the Hall of Fame, because you never know, if the people, the athletes with the best skill set get selected in there, or is it a popularity contest? So I'm truly grateful, and I cannot wait for, the inductee of the ceremony.
Well, if you weren't going into the Hall of Fame, I think there would have been a lot of upset fans, including myself. You defended the UFC flyweight title 11 consecutive times. That is a record. You are the gold standard in MMA. You virtually had no weaknesses and dominated elite competition for years. Looking back, kind of what were your keys to success when you look back now?
I would say consistency, being humble, being surrounded by people who always forced me to change. Matt Hume was my head coach, and he would always tell me, like, we always got to change. And he would push my limits. He would push my IQ. Now, being retired, I was known for having the highest IQ when I would fight. And even when I teach seminars, I can see it come through when I work and I move with somebody. So, like, how are you able to process all this while fighting me? And I'm like, that's just how my brain works. So I would say, when I look back at my career, I was truly grateful that I got out unscathed. I'm still able to have a conversation. I'm still able to teach. My knees don't hurt. My shoulders don't hurt. So I'm blessed.
Yeah, you've always kept yourself in great shape, Demetrious, but it does kind of lend the fact that you have to be cerebral when you're in the octagon, don't you?
Absolutely. If you're not cerebral, you're not going to have a long career. I mean, defending the belt for 6 years straight, never missing weight, never getting knocked out as a champion, then eventually, the longer you compete in a sport, the chance of you getting knocked up go up higher. So I did suffer a knockout, but that was my only kind of bad loss. But if you're not cerebral, you're going to have a very short career. And it's just like that with any sport. You look at football, basketball, soccer, the athletes who are cerebral and able to, evolve with their sport and their career, they have a long lasting career that everybody looks back on and remembers them.
Well, you've had some great fights in your career. Many fans consider your 2017 submission victory over Ray Borg as one of the greatest finishes ever. The mighty whiz bar remains one of the most replayed highlights in UFC history. Is that your favorite fight looking back, or is there another one?
I mean, I have a lot of great fights. I think for one of my finishing abilities, the mighty whiz bar, because it still hasn't been done today. The process of throwing somebody up in the air that's the same size as you, while they're falling in midair, to be able to jump on an arm bar and then finish the submission. I mean, that is, the peak essence of flow state, essentially. Me knocking out Adrian Moraes in the second fight with the flying knee. The first fight, I suffered a knee, and that knocked me out, and then I was able to do it the second time we fought. So those 2 fights, the knockout from Adrian Moraes and the mighty whiz bar with Ray Borg, is probably my peak, flow state, my favorite fights.
Hey, let's talk about the state of the sport. I know a lot of people on this day are talking about World Cup, the U.S., playing in Seattle. But, UFC was just at the White House. The popularity just continues to rise, doesn't it?
What an amazing event. UFC 250 Freedom at the White House. You had Justin Gaethje taking on Ilia Topuria. Then you had Cyril Gane taking on Alex Pereira. I mean, the card was stacked from top to bottom and on the White House lawn. What a time to be alive, essentially, for a sporting event to be on the White House lawn.
Pretty cool stuff. The Washington State Summer Con, maybe not as big as UFC at the White House, but still, it's going to be taking place today and Saturday and on Sunday at the Washington State Fairgrounds in Puyallup. You're going to be there today, also on Saturday from 12 to 2. How much fun are these events, going out and hanging with the fans?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, the opportunity for it to be here in Washington State at the Puyallup Fairgrounds is spectacular. I feel that, Washington has started to utilize this space in Puyallup to be able to bring fans to meet their favorite athlete or their favorite, action star from the 80s to 90s, even 2000. And it'll give me the opportunity to be able to show my next project, which is Flow Machine, which is a high thriller sci-fi manga. So I'm super excited. And, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's beautiful out here. The weather's shining. There's nothing we can complain about.
That's for sure. You know about all the time of year to be here is right now. You grew up in the Pacific Northwest. Do you have a favorite team you follow?
You know what? I just really got hardcore into, football. I've always, the thing I always struggle with is like, do you root for the franchise or do you root for the athletes, right? So when Legion of Boom was here, you had Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Russell Wilson, Richard Sherman. You had that whole team. And once they all started to split up, I'm like, do I follow the team? Do I follow the athletes or do I follow the team? But now, watching it, I am a full-blown Seattle Seahawks. I love it. I cannot wait for this year. They won the Super Bowl in unison. Nobody's playing for themselves. They're playing as a whole team. And you saw it. You saw it through their whole season.
Hey, I want to give you the floor here. Just tell us, your fans, what are you mentioned you're working on some things. What other things are you working on right now? Where can the fans find you besides SummerCon?
Yeah, so obviously I'm working on a massive project of manga coming out called Flow Machine. Like I said before, it's a sci-fi thriller. There's family drama. There's martial arts in there, obviously because I'm a martial artist, lifelong, and that's something I'm going to be promoting at SummerCon. So if the fans come out there, you'll be able to get a poster card, sign up for the newsletter. Then I got Mighty Lights, and I got the YouTube channel, Mighty Cast. So many things going on. You guys follow me on YouTube, which is Mighty Gaming, and then Instagram, which is Mighty. But other than that, if you guys want to meet me, come to SummerCon.
That's always a great opportunity to meet people, don't you think? In that kind of a setting where you guys, not just you, but stars like you, drop your guard a little bit, don't you? And kind of embrace the fans because maybe there's not pressure of media, microphones in your face. This is a chance for you to kind of relax with the fans.
Yeah, and give the fans an insight to what, all their favorite athletes or movie star or somebody they grew up watching, what they're working on. You kind of see them in a different lens. And for me, when I was in the middle of my career, when I was out in Vegas or Singapore or Japan, I was focused on one thing and one thing only: winning and cutting weight and making the weight and fighting. Now I'm on this side of the fence where I'm just focused on projects, sharing my passions with my fans. They get a different look at me, and it's always a good time.
All right, listen, you've been all over the world. You mentioned a couple of countries there. Is there one place where it's off the charts where you competed in?
And Demetrious, not Puyallup. You can't mention Puyallup.
I would say Japan. I've competed in Japan. The Japanese culture, the Japanese fans, they understand, respect. They have that samurai code. They never boo. They're always celebrating the athletes. In America, a lot of fans tend to boo if they don't understand what's going on in mixed martial arts. So if I engage in a grappling motion, attacking somebody's heel hook, going for a toe hold, going for a knee bar, the fans are like, boo! In America, they're like, boo, stand up, punch him in the face. Where in Japan, they're so educated, they're like, wow, he's attacking the ACL, the MCL, the LCL. Now he's attacking the foot. Oh, he's attacking the knee. They are intellectually ingrained in the culture of martial arts where Americans aren't.
Demetrious, by the way, on yesterday's show, Paul gave me credit because ever since my interview with Dominic Canzone, he's like the hottest hitter in all of baseball. And Paul, I want to go back 20 years. We were at the YMCA in Puyallup, and I came up to Demetrious, and I would think he was really wanting to play pickleball because I was on the court. And I said, Demetrious, you need to not play pickleball right now. You need to focus on your MMA career. You need to settle down, take your eye off the pickleball
great
court.
Advice, Chris.
And Paulie went on to win 11 straight championships. I'm just saying it happened, Paul.
Yeah. Wow. Great advice.
I love that.
He's your mentor. Did you know that, Demetrious?
now that I'm into pickleball, I need to lock in and get on his level.
Yeah, listen, he's the guy you need to talk to. That is for sure. I'll tell you that.
I love that. I love that.
Hey, listen, man.
Pickleball.
Go ahead.
I was going to say pickleball is an amazing sport. Me being 39, I still train here and there, but pickleball, that hand-eye coordination, going back and forth. I played against a woman in Florida. Quick story. She beat me and my buddy. We call her Gretchen. We didn't get a real name, but she beat us 0-7. And then at part of it, she goes, "You guys want to switch it up? Because this is kind of getting bored." And then my buddy was like, "I don't want to be your partner. We got in this hole. We're going to dig ourselves out of here." And then after that, I fell in love with the sport.
Hey, Mighty Mouse, you can be my partner any day, man. We'll bring you over. We'll get you ready to roll. So.
Hey, I love it.
All right, man. Hey, listen, thanks a lot for your time. We really appreciate it. Enjoy your summer, man. I know you got a lot planned, so hopefully you'll have a nice run there and enjoy it all.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys.
As Demetrious talked about, he will be at Washington State SummerCon this weekend at the Washington State Fair Event Center in Puyallup. It's a fun event and a great chance to see the champ up close.
They've got 5 WWE Hall of Famers at the event. Fonzie will be there as well.
Henry Winkler
in the house. It's going to be fun stuff there. We got a lot of soccer still to talk about, Paul. We're going to talk about Brian Wu, but I want to bring in our producer, Joel Knipp, who, this. We've worked at King with Joel for a long time. He is a huge fan of MMA and UFC. He's always promoting it. Joel, just to put in perspective, the man we just interviewed, Demtrious Johnson, Mighty Mouse, in your eyes, one of the best of all time?
Without question. A lot of people would say John Bones Jones is right up there, could battle it for him. But I don't think John Bones Jones has defended his title 11 straight times in the UFC, where that is very difficult to do. A lot of times nowadays, you only hold the title for a couple fights before you get beat. So Demetrious Johnson, was the ultimate MMA person. And even Dana White would probably tell you he is the best. It's just he didn't really like the fights because in America, as Demetrious was talking, they like the big fights. They like the knockout punches. And he really wasn't that. He was a guy that was a martial artist.
All right, good perspective there from Joel Knipp.
Yeah, and we've known him a long time, so it's been awesome to catch up with Demetrious Johnson.